Yeah. Well, and I think that it is something.
I have to apologize because nobody actually, in all this was on probation, nobody told me that we should be humans. So I didn't know about that. So
Speak up.
nobody told me that it should be humorous. I'm serious, for God's sake. It tells a lot, by the way, about you as about Dean with certain organizational skills. You should corral these people more carefully.
After the gulag.
So, in 1994, long before the era of iPhones, the Concordia advertised biology position. I applied. It was taken by somebody else, and 3 days later, some voice called me and told, "Hello, I'm Chuck Cooler. I'm Dean of the College of Theology and Science, and we would like to offer you different position." And we had discussion about this, and I wasn't immediately excited because it sounds scary, hazardous, materials management, so it was hard. So, and I told, okay, I will think. And when discussion was over, Chuck added one last argument, which, how it was proposed, sounds like something self-sufficient, making entire previous discussion totally irrelevant. He said, "And by the way, we have great fishing here." So I do not fish. I thought, okay, so maybe people in Oregon survive on fish, like Indians do it for centuries, so why not? So, and I came, and we actually were fishing on several occasions, and I even participated in this, and there's nothing special about discussing fishing when you are fishing. The problem is, this topic showed up again and again on very different occasions. Okay? Once he took me to the ocean and said, "By the way, this is Pacific Ocean. We have great fishing here." And I'm thinking, what's going on? I have the same Pacific Ocean on another side. we have the same fish, okay? Connor, you know what? He was so inspired, so persistent that this topic was showing up again and again on a very, very different occasion. Chuck was presenting on different conferences, greeting different people, and he may be starting with anything, but sooner or later it always was coming to fishing. Once we taught ecology of Pacific Northwest together and visited different places across the state. And, you know, again, Cunard was on the coast with students from Texas. Students from Texas, special people, they never saw trees. Okay, ocean they know is very different ocean from which we know. So Cunard was doing great job, great job. And it always was about fishing. And you know, we came to the tide pool. And we explored it, and everybody looked like, "Oh man, these cool fish, Cunard, thank you." And it was exploring and exploring and exploring. And you know what? And he was looking, and always complaining, "Fish is too small." What's going on? And after that, he took us inland, and we actually traveled around to St. Helens, and we were crossing dangerous creeks, and Cunard was looking around. Where is all fish? For God's sake, there is no fish around. So he gave specific instructions to everybody what fish, you know, is, how it looks, and what you have to do to actually find it. And it was pretty annoying. And you know what? We actually elevated to the forest canopy and were looking for the fish. And you were suspended at the canopy, 75 meters, no fish. Everybody was like, "This okay, what's going on?"
Fine fish.
Okay. It was very high, it was very scary, he was very nervous, but no fish. So, and after that, we traveled back to the sequoias, and again, you know, everybody spending days, nothing, probably wrong place, wrong time, I don't know. And you know what? When you become so concentrated, even simple piece of wood looks like fish. What I value about this man, he never drops the ball. Okay, so there is no ocean, nothing, some ditch with murky water, and he looks in binoculars and says, "Sharks should be here." So after all, he dragged us to the desert, and you know, arguments didn't work, and everybody were like, "Cooner, give us a break, for God's sake, it's a desert, there is no fish here." And he said, "No, you should go. You should go and you should explore, because if you really dig deep, you will find it." And we And to a certain degree, you can consider this as a success. And you know what? Observing him doing this day by day, year by year, decade by decade, I started to do some simple basic statistics, or maybe observations, okay? And look at the correlation between size of fish and date on the screen. Because, you know what, many things are changing, but some things, certain things, changing in pattern. Guys, you know what, when you do one thing with one thing, it's immediately projecting to another thing. So once students approached me, you know, after the class 315 and asked me, "Dr. Polozov, is it true that fruit flies may be so big?" And I said, "No. But Dr. Kuhnel told that they may be so big." And I told them that, you know what, he maybe was speaking about fruit flies, but he always thinks about fish only. So this is a normal size. So, you know what, I have to admit that Chuck is a very balanced person with different talents. And after visiting Russia, he was so much inspired with popularity of Bolshevik #1 Vladimir Lenin that he decided, you know what, I should try myself in politics. It didn't work well because pretty soon it was back to fishing. And you know what? Impact, international impact was so strong that after the And you know what? Kuhnert was logic. He was promoting this attitude to fishing among friends. You know, one day I come to the jeweler's office, guys, it's a nice office, okay, flowers on the walls, and after Kuhnert visited, you see what's going on. So, prayers help if you do it in the right way. And it goes, and your impact becomes, you know, more and more comprehensive, and you continue to spread the knowledge, spread the wisdom, and sooner or later you're rewarded. Kuhnert got a lot of rewards, and it's obviously, you know, this happy face. So, one year, he finally was ready to suggest change official name of the school to Concordia Fishing University. Many people supported this idea, and actually he had a lot of followers. And one day he even was, you know, brave enough to offer this idea officially. It didn't work. It didn't work. It was a hard blow, and everybody around we were really sorry that Chuck lost this battle. Okay? But he was very persistent, continued to work, continued to look. And he was looking pretty much everywhere. And it was a challenge. Okay? But he was working. And he even photographed flying fish on the train. Somebody asked about flying. So Jeff was the first who actually made a major contribution to our Shakespeare authorship conference, because he was the first who actually discovered that the Vera actually did a lot in terms of fishing. The Vera was the first who caught this fish, and this fish, and I have to stop showing them now because it was the whole row. Okay? And what is important, that when you propagate this attitude, you know, you always have young people around. And if you teach students that if you look careful enough, you can find fish in a very unexpected place. And pretty soon, guys, we found that all our students presenting on their projects always were talking about fishing. So they started out very differently. And only one of them actually discovered the truth about Kunart's fishing. Guys, what is important that some professors, some adult colleagues on campus actually were kind of, you know, sensitive to Chuck's paranoia, and you know, he contributed a lot to the, you know, spreading this sense of friendship related to fishing. And, you know, many colleagues commented a lot about his experiences, his contribution to fishing. And, you know, administration was contributing its part as well. And it was going. Some people actually became excited enough to do research, and after that they share their knowledge, speaking about what they saw under the microscope. And you know what, when you work so many years, so hard, you become, guys, emotionally attached. And I think we should forgive Chuck for that. So, and on many occasions we celebrated different things, and you know, this spirit fish was pretty much floating above Chuck's head always, and colleagues really appreciate that. And with this sign of appreciation, I want, absolutely seriously, to ask Dr. Kunart to approach the screen. And I want to give him this wonderful thing, without any jokes, and let me read it. Kunart, Team 1994-2013. Presented by CU Math and Science Department, science majors and graduates, to Dr. Charles J. Kunart in recognition of his open mind, scientific honesty, and outstanding leadership in science education at Concordia University, Portland, 2013.